Because look, we still got a nation full of thieves. It's still hatred, so on and so forth. So by the foolishness of preaching, we got to tell each other what we doing is wrong. Right? So they teach us snitches get stitches. That's perfect. Guess what? We learned that. Guess where we learned that? From Italians and the mafia and the mob, and we've taken that into our culture now. That's the Sopranos and all that. That's Al Pacino and all them, right? So give me that Leviticus 5:1.
The book of Leviticus, chapter 5 and verse 1.
Now watch how it's going to help. Because right now we see that as a bad thing. You say, oh, I ain't no snitch. I ain't. But watch this. Watch.
Leviticus, chapter 5 and verse 1. And if a soul sin and hear the voice of swearing, and is a witness whether he hath seen or hath known of it, if he do not utter it,
God said if you don't say something about it, read,
then he shall bear his iniquity.
He said you're going to bear that iniquity too, right? So watch this. Let's say it was a rapist running around here, right? We say, oh, we ain't snitching, we ain't going to say nothing. If we don't say nothing, he going to be out here, he going to touch another kid, and another kid, and another kid, right? Now, if we would have said something, he would have went to jail and that would have cleared everything up, right? We have a drug problem out here, right? If we don't say nothing, and we just go, hey, what's up, T.O., what's going on? I see you getting it. You know what I'm saying?
Also say this, don't be a busybody either, so you got to stay out of people's business too.
No. It say don't be a busybody in other people's matters. So if me and my wife going through it, you don't get into my business. But if there's evil going on, read that again. Read it again.
And if a soul sin and hear the voice of swearing, and is a witness whether he hath seen or known of it, if he do not utter it,
you don't say it. If you don't say what's going on, read.
Then he shall bear his iniquity.
So if everybody, let's say this community right here, right? I know personally, I know a serial killer. You know what I'm saying? We know these people. They in our families. They in these gangs. You know what I'm saying? If we don't say anything, they're going to be comfortable continuing to do what they do.
Hey, you know what I'm saying? I'll cut you off. You know, I did dirty, right? We should throw them snitches and them child molesters and rapists off the tier. Figure like this, you ain't got to sometimes let go, let God, but sometimes you got to handle your own business. If you go, because I'm a Black Panther, man, I'm a vanguard for the black people. We started this WIC program, all that, but he don't get that play. We should throw them dudes off the tier, man.
Right.
We see one of them cats in our neighborhood, you know what I mean? We need to kill that.
Hey.
God killed you.
No. Guess what?
You know what I mean?
And remember, we run in this community, right?
This community.
What if I feel different than you?
I don't know what to tell you. I mean, what you gonna do? Call the police? I mean.
No, that's what I'm saying. We got different opinion, right?
You know
we got different.
If you see a rapist, what you gonna call them white people? I mean, I don't know.
For sure, he got to get up out of here.
Yeah,
if I catch him on the scene,
why we can't get him up out of here?
We can do that. But guess what? Guess what's gonna happen to you?
Hey,
what's gonna happen to you?
What's gonna happen to me?
You going to jail. Now, a strong black man is gone.
Hey,
you see that?
Especially the way the technology is today. Like, you got a phone on you, you getting caught, you going to jail. Then you can't be the example for the next young person to go out. So that's not the way to go. The way to go is how it's set up. Get him up out of here. Because guess what? The same rapists that you're talking about also in the LGBT community.
Bring it out.
About that? Well, how could they be free to walk around? But everybody else is good. Everybody else gotta go. Right. So if you gotta get rid of one thing, you gotta get rid of everything to clean up our community. You gotta get rid of the faggotry. You gotta get rid of men touching little girls and men touching little boys. You gotta get rid of the drug dealers too. Because guess what? All of that stuff is what holds our community down. Not just that one aspect.
Exactly true. So, and I'm thinking nation. We gotta think nation, right? The goal is, the crafty counsel is to take you out of the household so you can't raise your son. So I don't want you to, you know what, the feel good way is this. Handle my business, I do it right here, right there. In that moment, let's say if I seen somebody, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I probably is gonna handle my business right here, right now. But if I heard about it, I say, oh, dude over there, go get him. He's out of here, you know? Now guess what that do to our neighborhood, our nation? It clean it up. Watch this. We got, young women out here today, right? And they wear skimpy clothes or whatever, and we'll whistle at it. But what if we all as men said, you know what? it's causing a problem. You know, the women is outlandish, they disrespecting the men or whatever. So when we see women like that, we can say, get your little ass in there. We don't, you know what I'm saying? And we rebuked it. Women would come around here like this. You know what I'm saying? Just by us standing up and saying something about the evil we see. But here go the thing. Here go the crafty counsel. You do you, you do you. Don't nobody say, and everybody do what they want to do. And the land falls to whoredom like that. You know what I'm saying? So a community of men is strong. If we had, this one thing that don't happen no more, where we used to have like community meetings. All the men together say, talk about the problems and what's going on. We're not doing that no more. And when we have difference of opinion, right? You say we're ruling this place and that man should be put to death, right? I say no. We got to do it. We go with what God say. What does God say? And that's the laws that govern our...
Hey, Shalom Israel, Most High in Christ, bless Bishop Nathaniel here. Hey, March 2025, we're going to have a Land Blitz fundraiser. So what I need you all to do is hit the QR code, whatever that thing is right there, fill it out on all our social media platforms, because we blitzing. We need this land. We got to get this fundraiser done, Israel. I'm trusting you. Get it done.
That way, let's say a thief or a covetous man, he can't rule because he's going to take the money from the people.
Bring it out.
You know what I'm saying? We can't let a homosexual rule, because guess what kind of laws he going to pass? You know what I'm saying? He can passing all kind of nasty laws or whatever. And the land going to fall to whoredom.
Teach.
God said, if you don't follow my rules, then give me that Deuteronomy 19:29. Yes, watch this. Watch, I'll show you in the Bible.
The book of Leviticus, chapter 19 and verse 29. Do not prostitute thy daughter to cause her to be a whore.
So what does it mean to prostitute the daughters out here? These are all our daughters. You know what I'm saying? If something happened to me, I should feel like it happened to you. Or if something happened to you, I should feel like it happened to me.
Bring it out.
Right now, it's like, oh, that's him. That's him. Everybody going through their own thing. That's where we are. You know what I'm saying? Trayvon Martin. Y'all seen that happen? Y'all felt that? That's how it's supposed to feel. I don't know y'all, but y'all felt the same thing I felt.
Bring it out.
Mike Brown. What's the other brother? I forget. There's so many of them. There's so many. What's to do with the Khalif Brown?
George Floyd.
That's the one, George Floyd. When y'all seen that video with that white boy had the knee on the neck, whoo, you was mad that day. We don't know each other, but that's how you know we connected. How we was all mad, didn't know each other, because we connected to each other whether we like it or not. You know what I'm saying? But it say don't prostitute your daughters. It calls them to be a whore. If we're not getting married today, right? And another way to prostitute your daughters, have her out here wearing what prostitutes wear.
Oh, listen, I can't take this. Look at this. Oh my goodness.
Shall I proceed?
Yes.
You see what I'm saying? Go ahead and read it. Keep going.
Do not prostitute thy daughter to cause her to be a whore, lest the land fall to whoredom.
See what happened to the whole land? The land fall to whoredom. So guess what? The drug dealer buying drugs, selling drugs so he can get the rims to impress the woman. How many men in jail over a woman? A lot of them. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I was saying. Only two people that walked this earth and seen Satan and talked to your face was Jesus and Eve. I should tell you how cold a female is, because he put to the female. I believe, me personally, that Satan had sex with Eve. Me personally, I don't believe in no snake and no Adam had sex.
Proverbs 3 and 5.
That's me personally.
Proverbs 3 and 5.
No.
No, it's not. It's not. I tell you, Satan, who is that man? Remember, it's not and we showed you that in Isaiah, right? Eve, Adam was a god on the earth. He's a god on the earth, right? And that other man came and said, you know what? You could be a god too if you eat of this tree. You know what I'm saying? Which was actually a religion. I'll show you. Watch this. Bear with me. Watch this.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 3 and verse 5. Trust in the Lord with all thine heart, and lean not unto thine own understanding.
So we get in trouble when we lean to our own understanding. Precept must be upon precept, right? Give me that in, I think it's Wisdom of Solomon 14. Give me the beginning of sin. I'm gonna show you what that fruit was. All right, I'm gonna show you the beginning of sin, because you remember how we thought the devil was an angel or whatever. He got cast down. We found out that it was the nation of Edom They was in heaven in rulership, got cast down, meaning they going into slavery, so on and so forth. And I only know that because I can read in context before, right? Precept upon precept. Watch this.
The book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 14 and verse 12. For the devising of idols was the beginning of spiritual fornication, and the invention of them the corruption of life. For neither were they from the beginning, neither shall they be forever.
So the devising of idols, idolatry was the beginning. So guess what? God have a conversation with Adam. He said, here go my commandments, this, that, and the third, right? Now you go tell it to your wife. God never talked to Eve. He didn't talk to Eve, he talked to the man, right? So yeah, so when she went off, she learned another religion from a different thing.
Bring it out.
And then brought it to Adam, and he hearkened.
He also said there'll be many false religions. To me, that means none.
No.
To
You
me, I'm saying, many false religions.
For sure.
Which one is the righteous one?
That's what we just read. Remember Deuteronomy 18:21? Which one is the righteous one? Which is the right one? Right? Watch this again. Watch this. Because I had that question too. When you think like that, you'll denounce God and just try to be a good person. You know, that's the natural. But then it's a lot of good idolaters out here. Good people, nice people. That's in the midst of great sin. You know, read what you got.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 18 and verse 21. Yep. And if thou say in thine own heart, how shall we know the word which the Lord hath not spoken?
How we gonna know which one the right one? How we gonna know? If you said it in your mind, read.
When a prophet speaketh in the name of the Lord, if the thing follow not.
If there's a prophet on earth like the prophet Muhammad, they got all these kind of different prophets, right? But if don't nothing come behind it and it don't come to pass, read.
Nor come to pass that is the thing which the Lord hath not spoken.
That's what God didn't say. So if there's prophecy in it, that's God's true word. Let's read prophecy. Deuteronomy 28:68. I'll read you some prophecy. Tell me if this is God's word or no, right?
All these black men out here supporting, trying to make a change.
We need a change in this community. There's too much black on black crime going on, and I hope this means something for the people and the public.
The first step to a change is what they're doing right here. They not talking, they physically showing up.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
God said he was going to bring the Israelites into Egypt, which means slavery. It means slavery. He said, I'm going to bring y'all into slavery for a second time. Read.
With ships.
How did Israelites go into slavery?
With ships.
How did we go into slavery?
How did we go into slavery?
Yes.
Shit. I mean,
what mode of transportation?
With the ship.
Yeah, but you gotta understand,
Yeah.
we enslaved each other too.
Yeah.
That's what I was saying.
Black
by our
folk,
own people.
nah, man, come on,
Now
brother.
bear with me. Bear with me.
It's red, it said.
The Samoan and the Tongan.
Yeah.
They look the same.
Yeah.
Are they the same people?
Nah, they ain't the same people.
Look the same.
Chinese, Japanese.
Yeah.
They look the same. They're the same people?
Nah.
Me and you, I can tell by your features, we the same people.
Yeah.
Me and you can tell an African from a mile away.
Yeah.
By the way they move, their head shape, all that. You know what I'm saying? We can tell the difference. Another race of people wouldn't be able to tell. You know what I'm saying? So what ended up happening was continental Hamitic Africans and Arabs sold Israelites, black Jews, into slavery. Right? And we can read that. Let's get that prophecy. Give me Joel 3 and 2. Right? Let's get that prophecy. Because this is how you know God's word is real. The same way I can speak about our history and we can look at it, analyze it, and it happened, God Ben wrote about it, right? And somebody give me the Zondervan Compact Bible Dictionary. Give me that real quick. And give me Ham. Read what you got.
The book of Joel, chapter 3 and verse 2. I will also gather all nations and will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat.
So this is the future judgment. God gonna gather all the nations, bring them to the valley of decision. Read.
And I will bring to the valley of Jehoshaphat, and I will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations and parted my land.
were we scattered among our all nations and our true land divided up, just like God said? Right now, Israel is divided between the Palestinians and the so-called Jews right now. And we scattered in Brazil, Cuba, so on and so forth. We here in America, South America, North America. We everywhere. Just like God said over 3,000 years ago. Read.
Verse 3. And they have cast lots for my people.
Cast lots means sold. They sold my people. 35, 45, sold. So wait a minute. Our land, this prophecy is straight up. And we're living it. Read.
And have given a boy for an harlot.
A boy was made a breeder. Right? Read on.
And sold a girl for wine.
They sold our women for wine. You know what they did to our women in slave quarters, right? Read on.
That they might drink. Yea, and what have ye to do with me, O Tyre and Zidon?
Tyre is an African nation. Zidon is an African nation. God's saying, what do you guys have to do with me? Read.
And all the coasts of Palestine.
And all the Arabs. What do y'all got to do with the Most High God? Read.
Will ye render me a recompense?
You gonna pay me back because I didn't choose the Africans and the Arabs? I didn't choose y'all. I chose the Israelites. Read.
And if ye recompense me,
if you pay me back by taking my people and doing all the casting lots and selling a boy for a harlot and so on and so, you do that to me. Read.
And speedily will I return your recompense upon your own head.
He said it's gonna come right back on you. Read.
Because ye have taken my silver and my gold and have carried it to your temples.
They stole everything from us. Read on.
My goodly pleasures, pleasant things. The children also of Judah.
The children of Judah, you blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, right? Judah would be the dark tribes, right? Who we are, right? Read on.
And the children of Jerusalem.
And the children of Jerusalem, those are your Hispanic tribes, so-called Cubans, Dominicans, so on and so forth. Read.
Have ye sold unto the Grecians?
So God said over 3,000 years ago, Africans and Arabs was going to sell Israelites to white people. Did it happen, yes or no? It happened just like God said. Now give me Ham. And this is how I said we are not Africans. There's 3,000 tribes in Africa. There's 2,000 languages in Africa. Which one was we? We don't know that. We don't know that prior to the slave ships. Read.
This is the Compact Bible Dictionary, the Zondervan's. The definition of Ham.
Ham. This is watch.
The youngest son of Noah, born probably about 96 years before the flood, and one of the 8 persons to live through the flood. He became the progenitor of the dark races.
Look at this shirt. It say, what it say? Negro. What's your shirt? To be Negro. To be a Negro, right? Keep that in your mind. He walked up. You think that was an accident? God walked him up right there with that shirt on, right there, right? As we're reading this. Ham became the progenitor or the forefather of the dark races. Read.
Not the Negroes.
Not the who?
Not the Negroes.
We the Negroes. Ham is not our forefather. Let's see who Ham the forefather was. Read.
But the Egyptians.
The Egyptians, those are Hamitic tribes. We are not them. Read.
Ethiopians.
The Ethiopians, those are Hamitic tribes, not the Negroes. Read.
Libyans and Canaanites.
All those are African nations, not the Negroes. That's why you don't know a minute Bo in your family.
Bring it out.
Nobody looks like him. You know what I'm saying? We all got the same kind of features. You know what I'm saying?
He was a giant.
Yeah, like the Egyptians, right? Now give me that Deuteronomy 28 and 48, right? And I'm going to show you the whole thing. Christ came to save his people from their enemies, right? I'm going to show you something real quick while he's finding it.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 48. Therefore, thou shalt serve thine enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee.
You going to serve your enemies? We all our forefathers served their enemies, which God sent against us. Read.
In hunger, and in thirst, and in nakedness, and in want of all things.
Everything you want in this life, everything you need in your life, your enemies will provide that for you in the last days, right? Food, clothing, water, our slave masters' children give us that today, right? And it's going to identify him now. Read.
And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck.
Put the yoke of iron on our neck. There you go, letting you know who your enemies is, right? Read.
Until he have destroyed thee.
Until we destroy. Now let's see the purpose of Christ. Give me Luke 1:68. Right? So they teach us Christ came to save everybody. Came for everybody. But watch this. This is New Testament, right? Let's see what Christ said.
The book of Luke, chapter 1, verse 68. Blessed be the Lord of God of Israel.
In the New Testament, he's still the God of Israel, not the God of all people. That's why they hate you so much. You have a God. They don't. White people have, what happened to Hermes and Zeus and all that? Well, when did they put that down and then pick up the Bible? When did that happen? Right? Read on.
For he hath visited and redeemed his people.
Right?
And hath raised up a horn of salvation for us.
A horn of salvation for us. That's possessive, right? Read.
In the house of his servant David. As he spake by the mouth of his holy prophets, which have been since the world began. That we should be saved from our enemies.
What's the purpose of Christ? That we should be what?
Saved from our enemies.
That we should be saved from our enemies. Read.
And from the hand of all that hate us.
Every nation that hate us, we need salvation from that. They teach you salvation is that you just found Jesus and you saved now. No, you still under your enemies. Christ is here to save you from your enemies and the hand of all the people that hate us.
What is a nation? Nation is men leading by example. Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is children with role models. Nation is unity. Nation is you.
And finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord.